Welcome back to the Palace of Twilight. This is the second half. Be sure to watch the first half. It came out a week ago, so maybe you already have. But to recap, we found the two souls, which are basically the Twilight Realm's replacement for light and for sun. And we've infused our sword with it, so now we can cut through this fog just by using the sword.
Nice.
Woo!
Woo!
I've always liked how Zelda's always handled sort of light concepts, because it's always kind of different. Kind of reminds me of Four Swords Adventures, actually. Like when you get all the Force Gems and they glow gold, and then you can just start breaking all of these shadow things.
I'm trying really hard.
You're doing great, Thorn.
Now that you have all this godly blessing, I guess you can go and cut some grass.
These are not souls, they're just regular orbs.
Well, I think you upset the Shadow soccer team.
The spin attack is very useful for getting rid of the fog. Ah, damn it. I should have rolled.
Just sit standing on your shoulders during this cutscene.
Ends up in a handstand.
Starts running. I hear the flapping.
I noticed that Ham Harry looked in its direction a few times.
Oh god.
Oh fuck. Oh god.
Look at how pissed off Link sounds during the spin in this game.
Nice. I don't know if it's because I have the light in the sword, or because that was the super spin attack.
I think it's because of the super spin, because I feel like I've commented on that in a previous part.
And it must be because of the light. Because I didn't have full health there. Which is okay by me, because I hate fighting those things.
It's annoying you have to keep redoing that.
You only have to do it the once, it's just I had to deal with the heads first.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Get it?
Ah.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god, there are so many cargo rocks.
Oh my god.
Not just just passing through. You guys do your thing.
Love birds, they're great. You know, their wings and such.
I owned a Twilight parrot once. Oh, okay. Murder.
That's what he said every day. Okay, murder.
Ooh! Got a little overzealous there.
I actually had a bunch of parakeets once. They never learned any words, but they were great at chirping.
Oh yeah, I think I remember those. That was way back in the day.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago, but they're not as old as Alex was.
Ah. Boss key, don't miss that.
Oh.
This is gonna hurt.
Not if
Aha.
we jump attack at the last second. A little Genshin impact there.
Did those birds just play the Zelda theme? I thought I heard them go brrr, brrr, brrr.
They made beautiful music as they perished.
I hit the wrong one, what the fuck?
Brrr.
Now there's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, well come over here and say that to my face.
Which one?
All of them.
One by one.
Don't make me come over there.
And before you ask, all of me.
Which I am.
Here we go, buddy. That didn't work.
Yeah, we were doing that for a reason.
Oh, it wasn't because you had a problem against the population.
That and. I want to say this is the last room before the boss. Look! I feel like by this point I should be able to bypass this. Like I hit them once and they just explode.
Yeah, right.
Or just drawing it out, like they see the light and they're like, alright, okay, you win.
Isn't there an RPG, like a famous JRPG, where once you get at a high enough level, weaker enemies will just run away from you?
Earthbound.
Earthbound, yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, that RPG's pretty famous.
They do the same thing in Mother 3. But also in Earthbound, if your level is too high and you just walk up to an enemy, it just goes, bing, you win. It's just like, yeah, you fuck it, we know you're gonna win.
That's very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
More RPGs should do that.
Yeah. Maybe one day, we'll do that franchise like I said I would 100 years ago.
Mayhaps one day.
Son of a bitch. This is a very tall room. That's going to happen. Yep, that's my fuck this. Except I think I need to go over there.
The Thornbrain patented fuck this maneuver. Oh. Oh, wait.
Gotta deal with it.
Alright, I'll play your game, Miyamoto.
I mean, literally.
Good job again, but I say with arrogance in my voice.
Bye.
All I just needed was like a Looney Tunes sound effect, and it to look down really quick before falling.
A slide whistle. Can you hit a slow-moving target?
I wonder if it was Breath of the Wild, if that fireball hitting the chain would just make you fall.
Nope, doesn't work. Thankfully, it's only the two.
And a little something for your troubles.
Oh, it moves this way. I would have tried jumping before it moved.
Okay, there's one more corridor. I want full health. I'm anal retentive about it.
It was like you cut the shadows for him, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." Ah!
Ah!
Oh, they would have crushed you.
It's like a dance choreography, but all the performers die. That's great.
The return of spiders and seagulls.
Where does the time go?
You know, you're saying that we're recording this on January 2nd, 2022, 2 days after 2021, a year that felt like it didn't happen.
Yeah, the last year went by so fucking quick.
I thought he was doing like an Adventure Time face with the lips.
He has a little bowl cut.
I thought he looked kind of cool until you pointed that out.
That's sort of the thing about Zant. He's cool until this cutscene.
Like, I was fine with the body contorting thing, because it could have been like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just really fucking weird, but... Now he's just really fucking weird.
If it stopped at the feet stomping thing, I think I'd be cool with it, because then he just looked like an immature villain, which can be a lot of fun. But now he's just like being bizarre in a way that it takes you out of it.
There was like no build up to it, and it comes out of nowhere.
Sort of like this.
No. Ah! What? This is the Majora's Mask moon?
Goodbye, Zant.
It did its job really well.
Oh, it's Ganondorf.
So Ganon went, yeah, this guy, I want this one.
So Zant didn't get to be king of the Twilight, so he went onto the balcony and got high as balls, and now here we are.
And to think he could have been like a really cool original villain that was like the actual threat, because he was typed up to be the threat.
That is pretty lame, isn't it? Kind of just takes all the wind out of his sails.
This could have worked. I think they went too far in the wackiness, because as we're going to see in this boss fight, he's just constantly all that jumping around and twisting around that we just saw. It makes perfect sense for him to be just this useless dipshit usurper who obtained a different kind of power and took over. And he is in no way that kind of cool villain that he presented himself as. It's just the veil never slipped until now. Like, he was all cool and collected, and Midna never said anything that really pissed him off or anything up until now.
Yeah, like there was kind of nothing really supporting that, like, oh, he's not actually all that right in the head, outside from like just doing villainous behavior. So I don't know if they went with this so that way they could just be like, but it has to be Ganondorf, he has to be the bad guy, so I don't know. Make him goofy.
There was a cut there because I forgot, oh, we're in the Forest Temple boss, maybe I should use the Forest Temple item to fight him. And that's what the Zant boss fight is, basically going back to some previous bosses and mini-bosses and using those items to fight him.
And honestly, like, I actually do like this boss fight, and I do like the concept. And even the concept of, oh, what if the bad guy you've been fighting was actually, like, just fucking bananas? That works too. It's just that it doesn't work with Zant for me just because of how they presented it. And how we didn't really get enough time with him for this to work.
Yeah, I feel like we've touched on it a little bit, but we've mentioned how Twilight Princess was delayed a lot, and that sort of became something notable about it, just how long it took to come out. But the result of that is sometimes the writing feels like either it didn't have long enough in the oven or like it needed less time in the oven. And this is part of that. This comes so much out of nowhere, it feels like a late addition. Like, Zant was supposed to be the villain for most of the development, and then Ganondorf came out of nowhere. And they had to change it around to make it make sense.
I'm not even really against Ganondorf being the primary villain. If he has to be, sure, but it really is, like, even when they unveiled Ganondorf's name in one of the cutscenes, it really did feel just crowbarred in.
Yeah.
Was that part of the advertising or the build-up to this game at all, or was that meant to be a massive surprise that Ganondorf was the villain all along?
I think it's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, like, I don't remember any promotional material or anything referencing it. And I mean, I guess as a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time, him being the villain, like, again, not against it, just don't like how it was handled.
Yeah, it's all an execution.
It's kind of like Miyamoto's design philosophy, where, like, for both Mario and Zelda, like, you gotta get Mario, Peach, and Bowser. You gotta get Link, Zelda, Ganon.
Was this a song from the original fight?
Yeah,
I think so.
it's just a remix.
Okay. Sounds cool though. I like it.
And now we get to spank Zant.
If only my sorcerer powers could have done anything.
Instead, I have reverted back to monkey.
That's the thing. I feel like Zant could be doing more than this.
And now he can no longer sit.
Oh, hi, foot.
Oh, hey, you're a much easier target to hit, actually.
I like this breakbeat remix of this boss music, though.
Yeah, like, it's actually... Like, it actually kind of slaps. Sure, it's matching up with complete and utter goofiness, but still...
How his voice gets higher.
You know what? Honestly, the cutscene that I'm thinking of, that first time that you meet Zant face to face, and he shoves that stone into Link's forehead, and you're stuck as a wolf for a while. That's the perfect cutscene. Like that's the one time you would have needed to put in something like Midna says something to make Zant angry, and he just blows up at her.
Yeah.
And that would have made this make sense. Just the one change.
Yeah.
My Nando v Games moment.
Where it turns out like, oh, he's just like a trickster. That would have been neat. Like, he's so full of himself. Look at him. That was a perfect slice, just saying.
Well, it doesn't go that smoothly for me after that.
Yeah, it looks like you're in a bit of a pickle.
He's very erratic. And it's hard for me to not take damage, so I decided to put on the magic armor just to make this a little easier on myself. And so that if I get lucky, I can do a super spin attack on him. And that'll do some extra damage. Unfortunately, he's doing his on me.
He's acting a lot like Komodo Joe from Crash Bandicoot.
I wish it just went black there, like he took out the camera.
I failed you, my hero, Komodo Joe from Crash Bandicoot.
But Midna got the fused shadows back.
But she's still a goblin.
And also, no pupils. What the fuck, man?
You look creepy.
Maybe it's the yellow bit. So what does the power of the fused shadows look like? I guess those are his pupils.
Whoa!
It looks like that. Zant's fucking dead.
Yeah, Midna just turned him into a piñata.
Turned him into a balloon
Yeah.
and popped him. Bubblegum Zant. Now is the time.
Midna, your ancestors used to just pop people like that?
Long story.
Man, every day was a party with them.
We always had balloons.
And final heart container. It might literally be Zant's heart.
Ugh,
We should wash it.
we should put it back.
No, I'm full.
Damn, Harry's heart grew 20 sizes that day.
It became a serious problem and he was rushed to the ER.
And then he too popped like a balloon. Almost sounded like she said Ganondorf. Ganondorf.
Are you proud of me?
Yes.
I don't realize I still have the magic armor on.
Oh, your money. How are you gonna pay rent?
You see it spilling out through the portal as you teleport.
But before we end the video, some extra stuff that I haven't looked at yet. I do want to stock back up on bombs before we go to the final dungeon. We're not going underwater again, so I don't need the water bombs.
I can't imagine what other secret things there could even be underwater by this point, now that you have all the hearts. Stamps?
Now here's something that I just haven't looked at all, the bombling. It's basically this game's version of the bomb chew. And like the fish bomb, the bomblings are actual animals that you see. We saw them back in the Forest Temple.
On one hand, that's a really cool fantasy design. On the other hand, why would you have that in your store?
I mean, you're gonna buy them, right?
Yeah.
See? This is not the voice Jacob originally gave me.
Buddy, Barnaby, you were like 100 parts ago. Do you really think we'll remember?
Is Barnaby a combination of Barnes and Baby?
Like, look at that. I don't even remember your name. Goodbye.
So let's check the bombling out, because I can't think of any situation where they're useful.
Well, that's not one of them.
Anyway, moving on. Next in the LP, we're gonna... That poor Goron. I mean, he seems fine, but still. Had to singe.
Wow, they travel fucking far.
Yeah.
Did they home in on enemies?
I don't know.
Nah. It's either that or they just travel straight.
Hey, look. They cannot survive in water.
Kill them all!
I just purchased them just to drown them myself.
It's fucked up.
Remember, Zant's the villain.
Ganon's the villain. Oh no!
You're right. Anytime I do something wrong, I go, it's Ganondorf's fault.
Ganondorf made me drown all these bugs. There we go.
Yeah, these birds look kind of unique.
No, we've seen them before. So I've returned to the Cave of Ordeals because, yes, there is more in there if you go in there a second time.
Ugh. Did you have to redo everything?
Yep.
Oh, you poor soul.
Now here's something that, try as I might, I couldn't get this to work, but there is one room where there's a yellow and blue chew. If you can manage to get them to combine without them touching the purple chew, they will turn into the green chew. So credit to Super Zambezi for actually capturing this footage. I couldn't do it myself. But yes, the green chew does drop green chew jelly. And in the original game, this was something that was accidentally left in the game, so there wasn't actually any text box for it. They did add it for Twilight Princess HD.
Oh, wow. What does it do? Nothing?
Nothing, because it's not supposed to be in the game. It's a leftover from an early build of the game that had magic. It was going to refill your magic like in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Huh. Yeah. Since Twilight Princess Link doesn't have a magic meter, they just removed it. But I do think it's funny that for HD, as a little Easter egg, they updated it enough to give it a text box.
Yeah. They acknowledged that it was there.
So what happened in the original, did you just hold it up, play da-da-da-da-da, and then a blank text box would appear?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
Now, another thing that gets changed in the Cave of Ordeals, these guys got upgraded.
Oh yeah, I see you're having a ton of trouble here.
I'm having the same trouble that I had, just a little more of it.
Either way, I hate this fight.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know me, I'm up for a good challenge, but when it feels fake and false, I really don't like it. Like, this is doable, but it's only because of the suit of I'll never die. And I'm sure it's possible to do without it, but like, oh, every attack you do just doesn't land, so you just gotta hope in those millisecond frames you get, it connects.
Hours later.
That was only the first round.
Oh,
The second round has 4 dark nuts.
there's too many nuts.
Well, that was a really good counter. But can you do it 3 more times?
Oh, this is the Frank nut. Like no one, they just send him in to die because he sucks.
They got the intern Dark Nut.
And I am running out of money now.
Hey Frank, drop like 500 rupees.
Oh, he dropped some.
He dropped 5.
5.
Not quite.
That'll get you going for another 2 seconds or so.
You dropped 100th of what I asked.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
Now, when you run out of rupees, it no longer protects you, and you are extremely weighed down. It's basically iron boots now.
Oh, thank you.
It took a long time and took a lot of my health. But I did it, damn it.
Nice job.
My compensation.
$5.
Now, what's my reward for doing it a second time? The postman!
Hey! Yo, that means he did it too. He is dangerous.
When he arrived, they all got the fuck out of the way. They were like, oh my god, it's the postman. Don't.
Someone translate that.
I believe that text is a cipher for English. So someone could.
Yeah, it looks just like the Hyrulean language we've been collecting stamps for.
It's Beetle's message from Wind Waker. I appreciate you.
If only I could find him. Another bottle of fairy tears. Oh god.
Drink my tears, Ham Harry.
I like how she puts her hand on your cheek as she gets close. Ham Harry steps back anyway.
Yeah. You mean the ones I'm crying from all the pain?
Blessed tears.
Want to stock up on fairies, because after part 31, which like I mentioned is the additional dungeon added in Twilight Princess HD, we're going to be going to the final dungeon. Give me more money.
Actually, can I just carry you and you can just pay me? Or buy me stuff?
See, I think that only works. I think the cat only gives you money if you run out. And boy, did I.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, to recap, part 31 is going to be something called the Cave of Shadows, which you need the Wolflink and Midna amiibo in order to access. I believe there are 3 tiers of the dungeon. Sort of like the Cave of Ordeals, how far you can progress depends on how far you actually are in the main game. So that's why I've saved it until now. I think you need to have actually finished the Twilight Palace before you can finish the Cave of Shadows. So that's going to be the next part. Then part 32 is going to be Hyrule Castle. And the final boss is very long as well. So that's going to take up part 33, which will be the end of the LP.
Woo, we can see the twilight at the end of the tunnel now.
Although I am curious to see that cave, because I've never seen any footage of it.
I can't imagine many people did it.
I just didn't want to rebuy Twilight Princess for it.
As a reminder, you can buy like dummy NFT or not NFT NFC cards for any amiibo. You can get them for like a couple bucks on Etsy if you don't want to shell out a ton of money for the amiibo to play this dungeon.
I mean, if you buy an NFT, you are a dummy.
Yeah.
If you buy NFTs, don't tell me about it so that way I won't lose faith in you.
You were correct in words, not in the order of the words.
No, don't buy NFTs. Instead, buy Nintendo Fun Times, which is different.
And that's our commentary. That's all you're gonna get.
Buy Mario, you basic bitch.